Hi everyone, thanks for joining my weekly video series. Today we're going to talk about why women don't need more seats at the table. And if you don't know me, I'm Caroline Castrillon. I'm the founder of Corporate Escape Artist. I'm a business and life coach that helps people escape their dreary, unfulfilling 9-to-5 jobs so they can find freedom and fulfillment working for themselves. So why women don't need more seats at the table? That seems like an odd statement to make, since for years we've been clamoring that women need more seats at the table. And after all, women globally make up about 40% of the workforce in terms of clerical roles, yet they only make up 17% of executive positions. And women make up about 5% of Fortune 500 CEOs, and that number declined last year by 25% to only 24 women. So is the answer really more seats? Because I would argue that we really need more tables. And so one interesting thing to look at is women are good for business. Studies show that companies that are more gender diverse actually enjoy more productivity and increased innovation. One survey in particular, which looked at over 21,000 firms across 91 countries, showed that having more women in C-level roles actually increased net margins. Another study sponsored by Credit Suisse showed that companies that are more gender diverse actually had a 27% higher return on equity and a 42% higher ratio of dividend payouts. So essentially, having more women in executive roles generates more profits. And so with numbers like those, you would think that companies would be clamoring to have more women in C-level roles. So why do we still have this huge gender gap? Well, the truth is we have a pipeline problem. Men and women are entering the workforce at about the same rates, but men are getting promoted faster than women. And studies show that we tend to hire and promote people like us. So men tend to hire and promote other men, and women tend to hire and promote other women. So if there are more men in executive roles to begin with, and that's the case, how are we going to overcome this gender disparity? Well, there's been many proposed solutions. One company, to their credit, Lilly, has actually established a formal program where they've hired and trained instructors to help their managers become more inclusive. And they've actually set a specific goal of increasing the number of women in management by 4% over a period of 2 years. Now, some other proposed solutions have been things like encouraging women to express interest in and apply for executive roles, investing in high-performing females in executive roles, and also just paying employees and compensating them based on productivity and the work that they're accomplishing rather than hours and time served. So all these solutions sound great, but do we really want to wait for them to be implemented and then wait even longer to see if they work? I would argue that we as women need to not play by the rules that have been set for us, but establish our own rules. And how do we do that? We create our own playbook. And so a more effective way for women to be able to get seats at the table is to build our own tables. By founding our own companies, we as women can then invest in other female-led companies and continue that virtuous cycle of building and investing so that we as women can actually amass the financial and political capital to continue that cycle. And that includes creating more female-led venture capital firms, because let's face it, last year women received about 2% of venture capital funding, and the reason being most venture capital firms are run by men. So we don't need more seats, ladies. We need more tables. In order for us to get more seats at the table, we need to build our own tables. So let's get out our hammers, because we've got some work to do. And if you're a female entrepreneur who's looking to escape that corporate life so you can actually find freedom and fulfillment working for yourself, please reach out to me. I would love to hear your story and help you succeed on that journey. I'm on Facebook Live every Wednesday at 12 o'clock Central, and you can also find more information on this topic and many others on my blog at corporateescapeartist.com. So until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.